seasons, greetings. Welcome back to Two Balls and a Mic. We are here with another week after San Diego soccer action. Two Balls and a Mic, the number one soccer podcast in San Diego, number one soccer outlet. My name is Tony Sanchez, along with Alejandro El Chiva Villaseñor, covering everything that's happening in and around Snapdragon Stadium. It is the only place that has had a home game for the San Diego soccer scene. The San Diego Wave get absolutely demolished in a 3-0 affair in the Challenge Cup. Then they travel to Gotham where they are victorious. We'll go ahead and cover and talk about everything that went down with that. We're also going to talk about San Diego Loyal. We had a San Diego Loyal match that was typical of San Diego Loyal this year.
Yeah, that was different.
3-3. They come out a little scathed. 3-3, getting a point out of the champions, current reigning defending USL Championship champion San Antonio. We're also going to go ahead and start in a bit here with Mexico-Cameroon. México juega contra Camerún aquí en Snapdragon Stadium, the scene of the new MLS team that's coming in a couple of months. There has been some videos, there's been some movement. There's going to be an event that we'll be at tomorrow. We'll go ahead and give everybody the latest on what happens down there. So, welcome, seasons. We have people learning Spanish through Two Balls and a Mic, which is always the best way to go.
That is true. That is good.
That's it. We barely know English, so like
boy, you're gonna see Mexico live for the first time.
All right. So last week we actually were kind of. I mean, again, we're covering soccer in San Diego. We'll talk about a little bit of MLS. We'll talk about MLS. Versus Liga MX. We'll talk about all that good stuff again because we cover everything that's going to be happening in San Diego, soccer in San Diego, all the way down to the UPSL, the current champions now,
regular season champs,
of the UPSL, San Diego Internacional, your girlfriend's favorite soccer team. We've been doing commentary for these guys for 3-4 years. They won the championship with Coach Keith Miller over the guy that runs the hangar. You know him, you love him, Keith Miller. So. He's backing it up. Like, I don't know. Like, he brought people over. This is what it's like. Like,
he knows what he's doing.
Coach Alex and PB European Imports are very happy with their investment in UPSL San Diego. But yeah, so there is going to be another event here in Snapdragon before the San Diego Wave come back and play at home, which is a home match. Mexico versus Cameroon, and kind of what I was getting at last week is, and I don't want to get too much into it, but this is the journey of the boys, of the suchlings, the boys, making it to the World Cup, having fun along the way. I've hated you at times throughout this journey.
Times too.
Like, absolutely, like I am besides myself. Like, I'm so fat, I'm besides and behind myself at the same time. Like,
hey, tranquilo, it's okay. They're surgeries.
Clearly. Do you care about that? Like, people know that? Like, no, you're fine with that. Like, would you recommend what happened to you?
Yeah.
To be healthy? Yeah.
If you were as big as I was, yeah.
Surgery?
I do. I highly recommend it. Save my life, boys. Never going to regret it. Never going to regret it. Save my life. My lives.
I fat shamed you into saving your life.
Too.
I still do to this day. To this day, you're still.
I'm faster than you.
No, you're not. There's still this day. You're still that. Stubby little fat boy that I met, and that we.
But can breathe now and talk better. Well,
all right.
Breathe better.
Breathe better. Stop taking so much of my goddamn oxygen.
Stupid. Anyways,
so the journey, right? We talked last week about, and we laid it down. So people asked us like, is everything okay? Who said no to you guys? What happened? Like, who? Like, no, they didn't say no. It's a project. It's a work in progress, and it's kind of how the lay of the land goes.
I think we're in a point where sometimes we have to explain ourselves to people of what we do here in San Diego, and then they tend to realize, okay, well, you guys are doing some good stuff for the community. You guys are doing great stuff. So, yeah, we'll approve, blah, blah, blah. So, essentially, I don't know if you want to elaborate on what happened.
Essentially, so, as we're learning to do this, and again, they're not going to, they said, if they say no to us, no. We've been working hard here in this region, and we've been recognized by people in in media, both sides of the border, and we respect what they do, and we respect the hustle of the people that come over. Pony was here in the garage, like don't want to give too much about what he had to do that day, but he made it work. And just knowing that he had to cross the border on a Sunday to come over here and work for San Diego Loyal, like it's different level. And so the admiration and the respect of those people, it means the world. People like Cesar, people like even Young the Ryan, just just name drop. But like, but it's true. But even then, like, it's
all with
they see a paper and they're like, okay, who are these people? I want to give a shout out to Darren who hit me up. Actually, I didn't tell you this. He's like, hey, so I was trying to get credentialed for an event through CONCACAF, and in the process, in the drop down menu, I saw 2 balls and a mic, and it kind of gave me a giggle and a chuckle. Congratulations, though, by the way. So, good job.
Nice. That's cool.
But yeah, so like,
That's really cool.
even after that, we weren't allowed to go to Cameroon and Mexico. So, we are lucky and fortunate enough to have made those connections. Like, bro, I think there didn't see during the MLS event at Snapdragon where the Don Garber was here, was that I was handing just left and right. Like, hey, how's it going? Hey, gonna kiss. Again, shaking hands, kissing babies. Upsetting Don Garber, smelling Manny Machado, personal friend. I mean, Landon hasn't called me in a while, so I mean, if I have to get a new best friend in Manny Machado, I wish him well. I wish him something
Landon couldn't do.
Wow.
Cheap shot. Cheap shot.
That's a low blow.
Not wrong though.
Essentially, everything got squared out. We're good to go for Mexico, Cameroon this Saturday at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
I don't know where you get tickets at this point. Like I've never seen Mexico in person.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first time you see Mexico live
Mexicana in person.
That's crazy. I think I've seen Mexico more than any other team.
At the times that they've been here, like amistosos, Gold Cup.
I saw Mexico, Guatemala, Mexico, Argentina, Mexico, Venezuela, Mexico, Estados Unidos, que ganaron la Copa de Oro, México, Estados Unidos. México contra Nueva Zelanda o Australia cuando fueron a Los Ángeles.
Yeah, up yours, Kiwis.
I've seen Mexico multiple times.
I've never seen Mexico in person in my life.
Are you excited? Are you genuinely excited? Like, whoa, I'm gonna go as media for my first Mexico game ever.
Because this is again one of those steps where next one it's right. We seem to be on pace for the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
With that said, if Copa America ends up figuring itself out, you know what? Why not? My passport's coming in. I need to go. We need to go more into Mexico. Cover. Yeah. I don't know. Just get into it. But at the same time, it's hard. Just having full-time jobs. I don't think we talk about this enough.
I mean,
we have full-time jobs.
And I think that's what impresses a lot of people in the media world.
Sure.
That we have full-time jobs and still do what we do. I mean, I got to give you props. A lot of it wouldn't be made possible if it wasn't for you boys. But, dude, ticket prices are not that bad, actually, for this game.
Yeah.
I'm on StubHub. I think the cheapest ones I'm finding are like $80.
Mexico.
79.
Cameroon. Let's go SeatGeek. Somos
97,
locales.
90, like en el puro en medio.
It's not bad.
179.
Look at all these deals, guys. SeatGeek, sponsor us. I know I watch enough podcasts and YouTube videos to know the spiel.
Yeah. Okay, not bad.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do it because they don't pay us. So.
Oh, yeah. No, pero it's not that bad to go see Mexico at Snapdragon. Take the trolley. Nice little Saturday right there. Do the Padres play at home this weekend?
I believe they do. Padres. Padres de San Diego. Oh, what's up, so? In the top of the 8th. Let's go, lads. They play away.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So it is going to be a sellout crowd for sure at Snapdragon.
Hopefully. I mean, San Diego Wave's done it.
I'm really excited because this,
twice.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be the same environment as it was for Mexico, America Cholos at Snapdragon. I'm excited for you to see that environment at Snapdragon. It's freaking crazy. It was really cool.
I think I saw it with LAFC.
over there.
like
and-
in a preseason game.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
the gist
That's
of it.
true. That's true.
Like I'm like, oh, okay.
But you're
Like,
gonna see
that
it
makes
here in
sense.
San
Like that makes
Diego.
sense. LAFC getting absolutely kicked in the butt by Leon after I don't know comments about like, oh, they play
We'll get to that.
emotionally.
We'll
Yeah,
get
sure.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, so I'm excited too. That's gonna be this Saturday.
I'm also not excited because this game means absolutely nothing. Like it's a preparation game. Like
Preparation game,
in
but-
my mind, the first Mexico game I was gonna watch, and keep in mind, I want to sing the national anthem a mi selección, like to my team, to my country. Like I that's the closest thing I can here in the States without having to go over there and I don't know, just be somewhere where I have to do the national anthem for some reason. I listen to the national anthem at midnight and on 91X on Jam and Z90 on
Yeah,
whatever
you do.
whatever satellite stations.
I mean, their preparation game. They play on Wednesday. They're gonna play Saturday, and then they play Thursday, June 15 against USA.
Who
for the
are we
semifinals.
gonna see?
For what?
Like in Mexico, ¿quién va a jugar?
They sent the email I think, of
Emocioname.
the players that are gonna be available for this.
Oh,
match.
there's an email for that?
Yeah, I think they had sent it.
Oh, the boy. Confirmed. 2 balls in the mic.
Let me see.
Oh, the boys. Media availability. All the emails are coming in right now.
So I think these are going to be the available players for this matchup. Goalkeepers, we're gonna have Luis Malagón, Carlos Acevedo, Toño Rodriguez. On our defense, we're gonna get to see Jorge Sanchez,
The guy that scored. Oh, no, not Jorge Sanchez. Jorge Sanchez was in the World Cup, but he was pivotal, incredibly fast.
Plays for Ajax. Yeah,
one of the fastest players on FIFA.
yeah, he's fast. Israel Reyes, defensa del América. Tiva Sepúlveda de las Chivas. Víctor Guzmán, defensa de Monterrey. Luis Romo, they have him as a defender, but it's a CDM from Monterrey. Kevin Alvarez, right back from Pachuca. Omar Campos, defender again from Santos. Néstor Araujo del América. We all know Néstor Araujo, defense. Charlie Rodriguez from Cruz Azul. He's going to be there. El Piojo Alvarado de las Chivas, midfielder as well. Gallardo, left back from Monterrey. He's going to be there in this game. Luis Chavez. Luis Chavez is good. We want him to go to Europe. I want him to go to Chivas. Alan Cervantes, another center midfielder from Santos. We're going to see Diego Lainez live. I saw him already against Chivas. So
Okay.
I'm going to say hi. I just saw you like 2 weeks ago.
Hey, what's up, bro? Thank you.
Thanks for destroying
Thank you
my
for that.
team. Henry Martin. We're going to see Bomba Martin from America. Ociel Herrera. He's a really good youngster from Atlas. Uriel Antuna.
Can I find this on here? That's like a.
They have the full list, but they sent us the players that are going to be available for that game specifically.
Oh, so we might be breaking news.
Maybe. Roberto de la Rosa. Pachuca.
You just realized that too.
Eddie Sanchez, Pachuca. And boy, you're going to get to see a former Premier League player in action live. Raúl Jiménez.
Oh, future San Diego MLS signing, Raúl.
Trying out his first time.
So are we interviewing players? Like we get to do
so
that. Like, I mean,
if they,
I
so
don't
when I
know.
went to the America Cholos, it was a mess. It was not even in the press conference, but they told me that's how they do like Liga MX sometimes, like on away matches like that. That's the official list, and a lot of those players won't be available for the game against the U.S.
Okay,
Um,
but you heard the ones that were. So there you go.
Yeah,
go
so-
watch it on YouTube, guys.
and then I lost my train. Oh, okay. If they do the press conference, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it in the press conference room. I'm pretty sure we'll get to talk to Coca, maybe some players. Picture something like Wave, I'm assuming.
Raúl. Hola, sí, Raúl. Pues, bienvenido aquí a la ciudad de San Diego. No sé si has escuchado. Aquí hay un nuevo equipo de la MLS que va a entrar aquí en unos cuantos meses, unos añitos.
¿Ya rumores?
¿Qué te parecería jugar aquí en San Diego? ¿Te agrada la ciudad?
Yes.
He visto a Memo Ochoa también aquí, o sea, cabalgando por ahí con su familia, pero ¿te gustaría entrar aquí a San Diego? ¿O qué piensas de eso? Pues...
Está bonita la ciudad.
pues
No, sí, me gustaría.
or
estaría padre.
Corniak, no comment.
Nah.
He speaks English. I'll do it in English. Does he speak English?
He does. He played in England for like 2 years.
So.
Oh yeah. The boy.
I learned a new trick on the roadcaster.
He did. But yeah, we're gonna see Mexico. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm excited, man. It's gonna be great. We're gonna meet a lot of like big media people.
Martinoli's just sure to be there, like los Luis. Wait, Perro. I don't know. Like
What do you do if you see Martinoli?
First of all, not call him by his last name, Martinoli. Christian Martinoli. Right?
No, boys. You call him Christian if you want.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Gabriel, no?
Cristian, güey.
Cristian.
¿Quién es Gabriel Martinoli, vato? Famous. He's essentially Joe Buck.
Yeah. He's dope.
Combined with, I don't know, with Pat McAfee. I don't know.
That'd be dope if he's there. I mean, man.
Hola, señor Cristian. Señor Martinoli. ¿Cómo está, señor? Okay. Tony Sánchez. Estoy aquí en un...
Two balls on the mic.
De Two Balls in a Mic. ¡Qué gracioso! Mira, es mi amigo Jorge Campos. Luis, doctor. Este vato, diles.
Two balls on the mic.
Two Balls in a Mic.
Bien pedos todos.
You want to join in? You want to be in new commentary
Jorge
with
Campos
us?
siempre anda bien pedo.
Oh, see, okay. And then I start traveling the world with TV Azteca and just doing commentary with them.
No, and then all you need to say,
And I leave like, Two Balls in a Mic. I have to.
You know what this sounds like a lot? The Machine. Like, tell him, I am the machine.
I am the machine. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
México. Mexicanos al grito de guerra.
Let us know if you're going to go.
Yeah.
Let us know if you're going to go. I'm very interested to see who's
going
to be
the
there.
first ones there, most likely. Maybe. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Roger Velasco over here saying, first soccer game I've ever been to was Mexico versus Costa Rica at Estadio Azteca.
That's cool.
It's quite a game.
It's
quite
a
game to be to.
It's a big flex.
There is Nations League coming in, so lots of exciting things in Snapdragon that are coming in. Pero there are other things that are happening around town.
Do you want to start San Diego Loyal?
What are the people that are watching want? What do you guys want?
Do you guys want us to start with Loyal?
Nah.
Or not?
We dictate this, homie. That was just the
Let's start with Loyal.
No, pues it's actually appropriate that we started off so chueco, so descompuesto. San Diego Loyal. By the way, this segment is now sponsored in part by SanDiego.Futbol. Make sure you check out SanDiego.Futbol.
Okay.
Where we have all of our content and soon to have a lot of very cool, neat, interesting things happening. SanDiego.Futbol. That's literally what it is. SanDiego.Futbol. That's Futbol.
Que no lo llega a comprar MLS.
MLS, if you're interested, let us know.
Let us know.
Right
price.
For the right price. And if they come over, you know, I would say no, right? If MLS came up to us and was like, hey, we've got the name, whatever. It's going to be something a little bit like this. We're not going to use this website right now, but we really like SanDiego.Futbol. Would you like us to start negotiations? All right. What are you guys thinking? Oh, this much. Nah, I'm good.
No, you wouldn't.
Nah, I'm good.
You wouldn't. They drop you $50K. You wouldn't do it. You would do it.
Nah, I'm good.
No, you would do it.
Nah.
You would. There's no way you wouldn't.
I'm Gucci.
El boy. 100K.
100K right now? Oh, you better believe I'm saying no. 100K.
$1 million. They say, we'll give you $1 million for that.
Straight up $1 million? All right, give me $1 million and you're going to give me, I don't know, 1% of equity for the new MLS team. And I run this, I don't know, three seats all the way up top of Snapdragon, the worst seats. If people buy those, that's my money.
Wow. That's interesting. $1 million isn't cool.
Nah. Bro, what does $1 million buy you? Cool. What does $1 million buy you?
$1 billion is cool.
What does answer the question? What does $1 million buy you
A lot.
when it's split up into 3 people?
250K, no, 333K.
I'm gonna end up living in, I don't know, beautiful Wisconsin or something. I don't know. Love you.
All right.
San Diego Loyal had a difficult match against the champions of the USL Championship. We're also going to get into San Diego Wave and a little bit of MLS in a while. Doesn't matter at that point. Nope, didn't. All right, so San Antonio. This is part of San Diego Loyal's away trips, spectaculars.
This wrapped up the away trip, at least for 2 games. But San Antonio, defending champions. So they're still a tough team, sitting very much high on the table. I believe 3rd place on the table. 3rd place now. But this was a very, very, very bad start for San Diego.
Talk about bad start, right? Like this is the worst start I've ever seen from San Diego Loyal at full strength. I've seen a couple of really bad starts for San Diego Loyal. Some including some red cards against LA Galaxy, Los Dos. I've seen some terrible second halves. I've seen some terrible games from San Diego Loyal.
Oh yeah.
I've also seen the opposite of that. Very good stuff.
And you look at this lineup and you think this is solid. You have Duran Fariz, 16-year-old backup goalkeeper. We know Coke is still out in injury. You have Kyle Adams, Stoneman, Simba, 3 solid center backs. Simba has been able to prove himself so far. You have Blake Bodley on the left wing back position, Colin Martin, Joe Corona, Alejandro Guido sharing that center mid position. Nick Moon on the right wing back position, and then you have Evan Conway and Collier on top. So essentially, this is a very, very, very good lineup as well.
Absolutely. And, it's one of those things where this is what you are left with because you have so many injuries. You have Capitan Charlie Adams out, which is, I think, the biggest one, just through the connection with Evan Conway.
Elijah as well.
Elijah Martin not being here is something that's super rare. Like, the fact that Elijah's not even on the bench. I mean, he's on the he made the trip. He was on the away squad, but he just wasn't there. Koke, which I think is probably the biggest one.
It's 3 starters.
Yeah.
3 key starters out to injury. But again, you have to field 11 players. And you're able to do it in a nice way. But then the game gets started and it's just...
No. Like, that's literally what the word is. Like, the game got just started. I mean, this is what's being shown on screen is literally the first 10 seconds of action, but I don't have to scroll. I just one click forward. Excuse me. Here in the 2nd minute, header into the box. That is going to go to the left of Duran Fari. And you were talking about it because you were talking about, we did a Twitter Spaces, Viva Match Day. If you ever want to listen to the game in Spanish with Pony Jimenez and ourselves, it's actually pretty fun. Check that out. But you were talking about who this man was.
And I'm sure if Alan were able to join us today, then he would talk about as well as this player, Tani Oluwaseyi. Just 4 games, 4 goals already in the USL before this match. So now that's 5 and 5 goals. Coming on loan from Minnesota United, who played in the MLS Next. That's what it's called, MLS Next, right?
Yeah.
And then he played with Minnesota United 2 last season. But dangerous man, and he 5 minutes, 2 minutes, he showed it and scored.
Yeah, so, I mean, what are you going to say, right? So, if you have Elijah there, you can maybe have somebody else marking somebody else, or Elijah, even though he might not be the biggest, threat if you're an offensive player in the air. Le faltan unas pulgadas a mi joven.
Yeah.
But he's still there. Like, he knows his role, he knows his position, he knows how to get that. Jackson Simba Kazanzu looked really out of place. He looked super lost. At some point, Nate Miller was like, "Wake the fuck up." Simba, I think the mics picked it up, but essentially, you have a set piece here very early on, and the ball just kind of travels up into the penalty area. Like, that's where you want to create chaos. and it's a really good header. I mean, it's a good goal.
Simba got beat.
He got beat 100%.
Straight up got beat, and I mean, Tani's a very great player, and we're not saying Simba's not, but I think if anything, Tani is a lot better than what Simba is. But it was a great goal. Caught the referee a little off guard as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good header though. Like, it's low,
it's a
powerful.
really
like,
header,
does
catching
Koke
him
stop
off
that?
foot.
Like, at this point, does Koke stop that?
Maybe
I'm like,
not. I don't
no,
think so. I don't think he does.
no.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets a hand on it, but it's a really good header. Give credit where credit's due. And we were like, all right, well, another San Diego loyal bad start.
Yeah.
Because they did this against Oakland Roots in the first 6 minutes or whatever. Like, they got scored on early, and then it was a battle against time.
But you know what, Tony? They said, you know what? Yeah, we did bad against Oakland Roots. We got scored 1 goal in the first 6 minutes. Let me up that
Fool me one time. Shame on me.
and double you down with the second goal in the first 6 minutes now. So, yeah.
Can't get fooled again.
San Antonio scoring the second goal of the game in the 5th minute off of a set piece, off a free kick.
So another set piece from this very similar area. You see Stoneman here with Aluwase just getting shoved. That's just part of it here. But then at no point were they even considering
and
a cross.
It's the inexperience of the referee here. And we were talking about it on the Vivo Match Day Twitter Spaces. The player that I don't even think he's about to cross, but he sees Duran just completely distracted. Duran already took a couple steps to go to the cross. And 16 years old, you lack that experience as a professional goalkeeper.
That guy is really enjoying it. But yeah, so exactly what you're saying, Chivo, right? So you're fully expecting a cross there in the situation. Is it in a place where you might want a second person on the barrera? Maybe.
But who makes the decision? Durant.
Maybe.
Does.
Yeah. He. How many do you want on the wall? Put two. If you have a second player there, I really don't think this shot goes in because even though they jump upwards, they're still gonna put the leg up.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Leg up.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's the inexperience of Duran here, and man, like it's also a nice shot.
It's a really good shot.
It's also a nice shot.
It's a really good shot.
Again, Koke doesn't make this mistake.
I wouldn't think so. We've seen Koke make mistakes this season as well.
But experience like
but
this.
I don't think this is something that you just have to have your head on a swivel. And again, this is not being mean or anything. It's just being critical of the actual play. And people when Koke goes down, right? Like you have a 25-day loan with this other goalkeeper that nobody knows anything about. I don't think the players know his name. I don't think anybody knows his name at this point. Solorio. See, we both know his name. Yeah. So we have to.
And it's not like Duran is not a skillful goalkeeper. It's an experience that kind of ended up costing him the next 2 goals as well. So now we're like, okay, terrible start. Not just a bad start. Terrible start. 5 minutes, you're down 2-0.
And in between, guess what? There was a red card.
It was after the 3rd goal, though.
Yes.
So
correct.
They scored the 3rd goal. Tani Oluwaseyi was on a yellow card for a foul. But then they have another set piece here.
Same area.
16th minute already. And
Cross goes in. Duran tries to come out and punch it. Destroys Collier. Just absolutely takes him out. It took players so long to celebrate because the ball was still bouncing about. Like nobody knew. Hit the post. It came back. Like it's unfortunate that the ball went in because so many things had to happen. The boy. But ultimately, this ball ends up in the back of the net. Another mistake by Duran, obviously.
Which one's worse? The first one or this one? The second goal or this goal?
First one. For the second goal.
Worse.
Yeah, second goal. I mean, this again. You saw Memo Ochoa struggle with this. How many?
That's true.
During that's his. Always been his one weakness. The aerial game. Duran's been proving to be a really good shot stopper. Like he's proving to be a really good. Yeah. Like he will make sure he gets his body in the way if it's a one-on-one situation or just a do or die situation. But there's so much more to it. How good is he with his legs? I don't think Koke level like anywhere near. It's just that needs to be developed a little bit more. That might not even be a specialty. Where Koke's specialty is that. So 3-0. And we were talking about like, do you take out Duran at this point? Like, do you?
I did. I thought maybe that could be an option, but again, Nate Miller disagreed, and there was a red card right after this goal as well, and it was something that Tanny said towards the bench of Loyal, and that was awarded a yellow card. So
I think it was like, I'm gonna kill you or something. Like I was reading places.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Nate Miller in the post game, we'll get to hear it, but he wasn't happy with the sportsmanship of San Antonio players. But essentially, the red card, SanDiego Loyal, they go halftime 3-0, and there's 4 substitutions by Nate Miller. You end up changing everything. You put Ronaldo Damos in, who became the player of the match.
Yeah. So Ronaldo Damos essentially was that spark plug, and I don't know. Had he gone in a little earlier, because it was the same story since that red card came in, San Antonio parked the bus at the end. There wasn't really much offense at that point. Were you just a little scared to get burned like you were with Oakland Roots because you went all out and you ended up getting scored a second goal that ended up being the nail in the coffin? So many things to kind of ruminate about, big word. But ultimately, Nate Miller ended up putting these 4 substitutions after. And I mean, at that point, why not, right? Like, you were dominating the match. You needed to open up the field and get some more speed in there. And Ronaldo Damos is exactly what he did. What I'm looking for is just the beginning, because we did do a Viva Match Day here from the Two Balls and a Mic studios. We essentially did commentary in Spanish. And so it's one of those things where it's really cool that we get to do it here with Pony, who's a Spanish language commentary.
He's great at what he does.
Yeah. So this was the call, audio wise. You'll see it in a bit. Hold on, he goes before. Let's see if I can sync this actually.
A reaction. Like, it's just like, okay, they got one.
32.
They got one.
74-32. Oh, I got this. I got this, guys, on YouTube. I got this.
It could have been.
Ugh, not that. Ponte mute. All right.
We're going to have to start our
I know. I got it.
El rockero. Ábrese la derecha para Grant Sturman, le va a pegar. No se
No.
anima,
Go back. I know what you... I guess, yeah.
Uy, qué gol del goleador del equipo de los Loyal, Ronaldo Damos desde afuera del área. Golazazazo, muchachos.
El tercero de la campaña para Ronaldo Damos, que no se escuchaba mucho en ese segundo tiempo todavía. Se le da una opción y saca un buen riflazo al rinconcito izquierdo. Y quedan 15 minutos para ver si le llega algo. My Spanish is good.
So, yeah, we just need to get more excited.
Yeah.
Like, we just... I know. I need to work on it, too.
No.
Don't worry about it.
I know.
Again, next up, Pony Jimenez. Ora amateur.
Yeah, we're amateurs.
But yeah, so that was the first goal. So we were like, all right. I mean, at this point, 7 corner kicks. Oh, the boy just needs some hauls up in this. I don't know. But yeah, so then SanDiego Loyal keeps pressing. Like, the goalkeeper for San Antonio had a really, really, really great performance. But then this second goal just seemed like a matter of time. It was in quick succession. Like, it seemed like they finally found how to go through the armor of San Antonio, because San Antonio, like it or not, current reigning defending champions, that's their bread and butter, which is the defensive game, and we saw it. The defense really came in clutch for most of their matchup. And I mean, I really don't think that we can be too critical about like, oh man, they couldn't break this team down even though they were down one. This is a really solid team. Like this is a really, really solid team defensively.
One of the best in the.
That's how they won last time actually. Like they were able to do that. Then the second goal ends up happening here.
Vamos, estamos grabando. Ese te lo voy a mandar.
Vamos a ver, Alejandro Guido va a mandar el centro. Demasiado largo el cabezazo. Gol. ¡Gol! Evan Conway por fin la encuentra, remata, anota. Y esto se pone interesante. 3-2, muchachos. ¿Te traes recuerdos, Chiva?
Sí, me da recuerdo, pero bueno.
That was a low
les
blow,
decía,
too.
me huele a gol y cayó el gol y se pone interesante todo.
Se pone interesante todo. So the 3-2 is this cross that comes in from Alejandro Guido over from the from the left hand side. Prefabricated corner. That's how we say it in Spanish. Prefabricado.
Yeah.
So pretty much from the drawing board where it's not just a direct cross. You have Alejandro Guido get this ball here. Toomey he chips it. Chip pass, and then this is a really good cross. Evan Conway gets up and over, and
There's a cross a la Charlie Adams.
yeah, like he studied that one. Like he's like, oh, like I remember crosses when Charlie used to give me those. 3-2. Things are getting interesting.
10 minutes left in the game before at a time, so
Yeah.
it came down to the last seconds. Like literally the last seconds, and it's something we're not very used to seeing San Diego Loyal in their history. But
Usually they get scored on.
this season we have seen them pull off some miracles like this.
Quien sale tocando hacia adelante otra vez. A quien sea, naranja, pero buscar la pierna que pueda mandar esto, el balón hasta el fondo de las redes. Ronaldo Damus se acompaña con Bradley, me parece, al final.
Puede ser la última aquí, ¿eh?
Así es.
Puede ser la última.
Trying to time
They're
it.
trying to time it perfectly.
SanDiego Loyals es el 11º. Vamos a ver, jugada prefabricada o lo van directo, es prefabricada. ¡El remate!
Ahí está.
Cayó el tercero.
Chiva, damos.
¡Ay, Ronaldo! ¡Ay, Damus! ¡Ay, ay, 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 ay!
The third goal to tie up the match, and honestly, like it was good seeing this Loyal team on the other side of a heartbreaking
Yeah, it
tie
really
in
was.
at
It
the
really,
death
really
of the
was.
match. So Ronaldo Damos coming on, getting a brace. People have been asking for these goals from Ronaldo. You know, where's the Ronaldo that we've been hearing like the Kyle Vassell, the Thomas Among replacement, Ronaldo Damos, and
Showed
I
out
mean,
this
showed
game.
out here, and credit to Nate Miller for his substitutions, or did he just threw what he had? Like he just
I mean, he threw what he had, but it's at the time he threw it. Like he could have easily said, "Oh, I'm gonna make 2," and then wait another 10, 15 minutes for the other ones. He just made 4 right off the bat at halftime, which, I mean, at this point, it's last resort because you're down 3-0. You need 3 goals. So I think Nate Miller was a big reason for this comeback, based on those substitutions, and you got to give him props where it's due. Those were very bold substitutions on a time of need.
let's hear from Coach Nate Alexander Miller. Alexander's not his middle name.
Well, it was a hell of a match. First of all, I think it's a shame. I mean, if there was VAR, they'd have probably had 7 men. I mean, we have punches being thrown in the box, players being spit at multiple times, like just violent conduct. And I think that's crazy. And I think that at the end of the day, it has to be a football match. Yeah, we need to be physical and we need to be better, but there's certain violent behavior I don't think should be in any game, and it needs to be addressed. And how we started the game again was very poor, which is so frustrating. It's something that we've been harping on, and our center backs have to do a better job of winning duels in big moments. And you know, we had 2 teenagers today, and Jackson Duran have struggled a bit against grown men, and get.
People forget that Jackson Kazanzu is also a teenager.
19?
Yeah.
Beaten in there in the first 15 minutes and with physicality, and you have to learn from that, but you also have to be brave to step up. After that moment, I think our team responded really well because when you're down 3-0, it's very easy just to chuck away the plan and to just play emotionally, but they played with great structure, with great togetherness, with great composure, and you just keep creating chances and you focus on the next play. And then when we made all the adjustment we made and changed shape, I think the players were really focused to execute those moments. And I think the players deserve so much credit for how they responded in that second half, for how they executed, for how we played football in the second half and stayed away from a street fight and played football. And that's what we want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it got to a point a little bit there where I was like, oh, Grant Stoneman's gone. Grant Stoneman probably should have gotten a red card.
Probably.
Nick Moon was asking for it.
Yeah, he got it.
And he ended up getting it, but like it took a while. Like it could have been a really, really, really bad match. They ended up salvaging a point from this. I guess if you go, yeah, if you see just the amount of miles that this team has gone through, like it's been a really great time for San Diego Loyal to finally come back. Like,
yeah,
people have been wanting it, and it's yeah. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the team and what they've been able to do, the points they've been able to get.
It gives an exciting Twitter Spaces for sure.
Yeah,
at least the last 15 minutes of it.
Yeah,
yeah. But again, like you said, it's a huge point against San Antonio, who it's a Western Conference matchup, who essentially you're competing for them for a spot in the top 4. You're 2 points behind them now, where now, considering you would have been down 4 points.
Yeah.
And they're going to get that rematch literally in a week.
That's crazy. And then you're never going to hear about San Antonio ever again until you have to see them in the playoffs. So
yeah, so this is what the table looks like right now. You still have Sacramento just completely tearing it up. 3 points clear. Although El Paso has a game in hand, but El Paso's in second, San Antonio third, San Diego Loyal stay in fourth. And we talked about it with Alan, where by the end of the away stretches and everything that they have, if they're able to stay in the top 8, I think that's a good standing based on what their schedule looks like. Like, they're having 2 home games that are very tough, one against Sacramento on Friday, then San Antonio next Wednesday, and then you go to a 4-game traveling schedule against Pittsburgh, Indy 11, Hartford Athletic, Colorado Switchbacks, and then you play Colorado Switchbacks again 2 weeks after that. So essentially, these are very, very tough. But like Nate Miller has said, August is literally all home games except for the last one of the month.
yeah, so you have a lot of good teams that you're essentially going to play, and you're going to play them in a time where you might not be as healthy as you are. And if you're getting ties against Sacramento, even if it's at home, like if you're getting these points where you really shouldn't, that's a net positive. Just because these teams are going to continue to be good. They are good. They have their injuries too, but they are going to see everybody else in the Western Conference, and they're probably going to kick their ass. They're going to kick each other's ass. As long as San Diego Loyal remains steady and then become healthy and come back and are able to figure it out, because I really don't think they've been able to figure out who and what they are with the players that they have. Like, they were starting to, but then Charlie goes down. But then now Koke goes down. Now you have inconsistencies with red cards. Nick Moon, a second red card in the season. So, you know, I think things are looking good for San Diego Loyal at this point. Their next home game is going to be exactly that, a home game. It's going to be this Friday against Sacramento, the first place team
in the league.
And yeah, the first place in the league is going to be June 9th at 7 p.m. So make sure you get your tickets.
Friday.
You'll see Chiva out there and company. But other than that, I mean, the other thing that happened San Diego Loyal wise, and I mean, we haven't really talked about it because we've been at work all day, was the big announcement of something that washed up ashore here in San Diego, which was the brand new third kit for San Diego Loyal. I know we don't talk about kits a lot when there's soccer actually happening in the preseason. There's nothing going on San Diego Loyal wise, or soccer wise. So we talk about this.
Funny enough, though, we normally talk about stuff pre-pod. We don't know each other's opinions on this kit.
All right, so you have the San Diego Loyal, the 8-bit kit in person, which was completely not opposite, but it wasn't what I was led to believe was gonna be
Yeah.
the third kit. So some of the details here: the 8-bit kit. There you go. Charlie designed. You have the SD alternate crest here, not the loyal crest, but the SD crest.
I mean, I like that crest better than the actual loyal crest.
Joe Corona and dos Americanistas, 2 former America players. Let's get some Chiva players in there, former Chivas.
I believe
there.
Scarlett. I believe 619 Soccer. Correct me. I know you're in the chat. She's from San Diego, right?
Yeah, no, she's from San Diego.
Yeah.
But never mind her. Look at him in that jersey, playing basketball.
Okay. Did you like the kit?
Yes, Joe Corona just got nutmegged here.
So you liked it. Do you love it? Like, would you buy it? Would you wear it? Would you rock it?
Yes, because my favorite kit probably are Brazil's blue away kits.
Okay.
Like, I love that, and this reminds me of that. Like
Okay.
the deep blue. I like the digitization of how it blends in. As here we see, support free press. You guys don't support soccer in San Diego, so I'm just gonna click away from that. I do like that they're using Ebby, like they're putting Ebby to work, being a model.
Might as well.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I like the kit. Like it's cool. It's a departure. It's something else. It's a different color. A Toluca player here, amiga de Elijah Martin. I wonder who got the high score here. Something tells me it's Camden Riley. Like, he's really good at pinball for some reason.
I love this kit. And I don't personally am a big fan of kits. I don't care what they wear.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
I love
kids
it.
either.
I like the color wave. There's one thing I didn't like.
Oh no.
The corralejo in the back is white, and it, like, you can hardly see it because the bottom of the shirt is also white.
Oh boy.
So I personally didn't like that.
Uh-huh.
I think if you go on Twitter or the back of a shirt that we can see, I don't know if any of those have the back.
Dance Dance Revolution. Joe Corona.
Like the corralejo, like, you can't really see it.
Go back to Twitter.
On Twitter, there was one. Like, you can see the back. I think it was Joe Corona. Yeah, that right there on the bottom, that one. I mean, the tequila corralejo, like,
Yeah, they're not gonna be happy about that.
right. I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder what the color's going to be white. I know Paul was already asking on Twitter, like, what does it look like with, like, the colors and the names? I personally don't like Tequila Corralejo. You can hardly, I mean, you can't even tell that it's there.
yeah, it'll probably just be a white, just like the symbiotic.
But it's a nice kit.
Yeah, I like that
It's
they
a
finally
nice
have
color.
something in the collar.
Yeah.
We were promised that we would be an American flag on the collar since Chadley came up, but that never happened.
¿Qué no está dentro del cuello? Sure.
I'm sure.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, new
They're
San
going to
Diego
rock
loyal
this on
kit
Friday.
is pretty good. So yeah, they're going to be there on Friday. Get them. We'll probably do a giveaway. You know what? I'm just going to say it now. We're going to do a giveaway next episode for this brand new San Diego Loyal kit, the third kit from Charlie for San Diego Loyal. We're going to do a giveaway for that soon. Next episode.
Perfect. Okay. Pressure's on. But yeah, San Diego Loyal, be there on Friday. You'll see me. I'll be out there. Say what's up. I probably won't be recording on the field. I kind of just want to go relax and enjoy this match.
Yeah, you just want to go watch a game. That's what I did the other day for San Diego Wave. We'll get there in a bit too. But first, I just want to touch on San Diego MLS and whatever it is that they're.
Voy a hacer esto, pues.
You should have been doing that the whole time.
You want to touch on San Diego MLS?
Yes,
Cool.
San Diego MLS, MLS San Diego. Obviously, the team that's coming here in 2026. There's going to be an event tomorrow, 2025, excuse me. There's going to be an event tomorrow that's going to have some conversations about this. The team name. They actually just released some of the action that's been seen. Not a lot of stuff on YouTube. I'm looking at these views. Two Balls and a Mic's been getting more views than the San Diego MLS team. So I'm going to keep running with that as long as I can.
Wait, I'm sorry. Chris said Alicia's probably gonna win the giveaway.
Oh, she probably will.
Yeah, most
I might have to
likely.
preemptively disqualify you. Like on a radio station, you can only win once a month. Did you know that?
I
Yeah,
didn't.
you can only win once a month. So
I did not know
we
that.
might have to name this the Alicia rule. Award you with your final time just winning a something. Hey,
You're
gotta give it a break. You
gotta
got
give- you're
one
capped.
one. But see, then Chris is gonna win it. Like
Yeah,
that's
exactly. So-
there's no winning. By the way, before we start with that and talk about MLS and San Diego, if you really want to be about it, like if you're over here like, oh, you guys need to talk more MLS. Oh, the MLS come. Oh, what? San Diego loyal. There's only loyal to the. So there's only one team I'm ever gonna root for, even when they don't exist. If they don't exist in a year and a half, like from now, there's only whatever. Be about it. Be about the scene. Like go down there with a water cooler of Gatorades and ice and just stand there and watch and support the local soccer scene. What am I talking about? Bridge Barcata. I know San Diego Loyal just had a giant story with Paul Nathan Naku. Shout out to Paul, who's just weaving the fabric of everything that happens in the street soccer scene, along with Chicano futsal and all those great partners and howdy friends. Tomorrow, Pickup Soccer, Tuesday, June 6th at 5 p.m., Chicano Park. Christina Birkenroad, Liga MX All-Star, Superstar, Megastar, Mexican International will be playing Pickup Soccer with everybody who dares to do it. Chiva, you've played against her. You say you nutmegged her.
Yes,
I
I
don't
did.
believe you.
Oh, I sure did.
She's going to be there, sponsored and hosted by Better Every Day, Bridge Barcata, and Chicano Futsal. So get out there, like be about it. Like you don't have to go play. Like if you're too old or you're too fat like me, like it's fine. Like it's okay. Like go play a game. If not, go take some water bottles. Like take something. Be part of it. Like I don't know,
It's
man.
a whole
Like
vibe going out there too, for sure.
People only go because they want that photo shoot. Like I've seen so many people just go over and not really and just question the what's going on. No, be part of the event. Like immerse yourself in it. Like it's so easy to just get out there and really feel the pulse of what the sport is here in San Diego. So with that all said, I really hope that MLS does take some notes on all of this, not just 1, 2, like go to the people. You're saying, oh, we're going to be here. Come to us. That's fine. Just keep going to the people.
Can I just say, I'm
Yes.
sorry, Paul, that MLS is also having an event, like pretty much countering yours, but
But
at the end of the day, if you want to play, you can go Bridge
soccer
Barcata. There is enough soccer for sure.
Everybody. If you need to go listen, if you need to go see, if you need to go play, if you need to go do anything, there's enough in San Diego for you to do that. But speaking about that, so I talked about this, and the day of the event, there was a lot of
Why didn't Loyal call
street
this dude?
scene. Why didn't Loyal call Austin Guerrero for a 25-day contract?
I don't know.
He looks fit to me.
Looks very
That
fit.
smile. So I was driving down 3rd Avenue going down, and then I hear somebody say, "Hey, Tony!" It's like, who said that? I pull out and then see Austin Guerrero here. He had just given me a big old hug right now. But this is what San Diego FC have posted on their YouTube channel. Help pick the SD MLS game. This is kind of what they did. They went around the city and to different events. To their credit, they went over to East Lake Soccer League. They went to Chula Vista FC. They went to El Cajon. They went to the little ideal street scene. Let's see what some of these names are. And one of the most prominent ones, the first one was somebody who was rather shy. I was next to him the entire time. He's like, oh, I don't know. Like, estoy muy guapo para la cámara. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I can do, like, I don't know. And like, well, like, just do it, dude. Like, it's fine. Go for it. But yeah, so this is with the video that SDFC have released.
San Diego, we're here on 3rd Avenue in Chula Vista.
At Encinitas.
Off of Main Street, talking to the people, getting some ideas for future team names. Any of you guys have an idea for a team name?
Inter Atlético Unión Deportivo San Diego FC.
The boy was shy.
I can't tell which one's Austin Guerrero.
Ooh.
That's super legit.
Yes.
Sunny San Diego.
Ooh, San Diego Cheetahs.
Name SanDiego.
Okay, that one is like what? So like,
Legit.
yes. So the little girl's like San Diego Chivas, doesn't get acknowledged or anything, just transitions into a match, like magically transforms into a Manchester United kit wearing individual, and then the color correction between it.
Ooh, San Diego Cheetahs.
Name SanDiego.
Cheetahs.
It wasn't Chivas, Cheetahs. That's pretty good.
Like a famous thing here or something like that.
Atletico San Diego.
I like the sunset.
San Diego Sunset.
San Diego
Hubbard?
Sunset.
It's
That's
not
not bad.
It's
That
not
has a
bad.
good sound.
San Diego Sunset.
Well, we could be the San Diego Mine Cave.
Yeah, maybe. San Diego Ocean.
San Diego Strikers.
To me, the San Diego Sockers is
Hey, ¿qué traes, vato? That's already existed. All right, relax, sir. All right, I don't know. They just literally walked into a beach and stopped some random dude. And it's like, hey, do you know what soccer is? Yeah.
Let me give you a scarf.
Here's a scarf. Soccer. Oh, the Soccerooskies.
San Diego Soccer.
Thought the Dago kicks would be awesome.
Something about like a surge, a tide. It
A wave.
San Diego
could
Wave.
be the SD Breakers.
You like Atletico San Diego?
I like the simplicity.
Atletico San Diego is one that seems to be winning a lot of people over. Like that's one that people seem to want.
No, Papi Chavo. Only if Cheetahs is the front kit sponsor. Esteban, just to answer your question real quick, the MLS event tomorrow is going to be
¿Tú puedes decir?
it's a community event,
Oh, okay.
right?
Okay. I don't know. You make sure.
Bringing together soccer fans and community members.
All right. I'm down.
Kilowatt Brewing in Kearney Mesa.
Para las tres gentes que
Kilowatt
están viendo.
Brewing. Yeah, so check it out. Had like 18 people.
And yeah, that is a that is indeed a Lego Mexico kit in the background.
And it'll
Absolutely,
be,
Paul.
The event starts at 6 p.m. So anyone that's interested in attending, being a fan, supporting San Diego MLS, we'll be out there.
Jeffrey Abramovitz, if you're going to be there on Friday, Chiva will take your hat for the San Diego Loyal. So let us know if you're going to be there, just so we can take that. And any winners of the MLS scarf, the MLS scarf that you're seeing, obviously being handed out here by the handsome MLS street team.
Chris, I can
let us
give
know.
Alicia the scarf on Friday if you guys go to the Loyal game as well.
Yeah, so just going a couple of these comments. Bro, I'm about 42 and I still go play out there. No excuses at Bridgeport
That's
Arcata.
true.
Getting that already answered. MLS event tomorrow. Yeah, but you can't pass up on Berkey.
No, I feel that.
But yeah, did he say the Dago kicks? Yeah, he did say the Dago kicks. That's actually not bad, right? Where el vato este? Where is he? Where is he? Está tripeado este vato. Oye, ¿qué onda?
San Diego Soccer.
Screw it now.
The Dago kicks would
The Dago,
kicks.
be awesome.
I really think like Dago should be leaned into. Like the term Dago.
Like I feel like if they put Finest City or something in the kit, like
yeah, Finest City FC.
no, but like even just like in the back, like Finest City or I go see like integrate, like that'd be super dope.
The term Dago is something
Dagos,
that's
yeah,
very
it's cool.
very local. Dago TV, you know, all the people in
Esteban
34th
already
and
said
Commercial.
where the event is. Regrésale, compa.
Say it again.
Yeah, Kilowatt Brewing, Kearney Mesa.
Something about like a surge, a tide.
A wave.
The SD Breakers.
You like Atletico San Diego?
I like the simplicity of San Diego
like that.
football
Some
club.
people really do like it.
Sounds neat.
SDFC might be a good name.
SDFC rolls off the tongue really well. NWSL.
I like how they're ending it with a lot of SDFC, kind of hinting at maybe
SDFC
what
might be a
it's
good
going
name.
to stay. Trying to play footsies or what?
Yeah. Listen to how it's said.
Simplicity of San Diego
like that.
football
San
club.
Diego.
SDFC sounds neat.
SDFC.
Look at that edit of the dude in front of Three Punks and how his like sounds neat.
Go.
I like the simplicity of San Diego
like that.
football
San
club.
Diego.
SDFC sounds neat.
SDFC might be a good name.
SDFC rolls off the tongue.
Oh man.
So I don't know if it was like. Well, I do know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it came naturally. Like, it was mostly like a question. Hey, what do you think about the term SDFC? Oh, I think SDFC sounds neat. Oh, I think SDFC sounds cool. I think SDFC rolls off the tongue, actually. Like, now that you put it in my mind, Again, Football Club San Diego, San Diego Football Club, San Diego Football Club San Diego, San Diego Football Club. Like those are 4 choices with FC integrated in and or in front or behind the MLS team, whatever, sends the city name. I don't think it's going to be anything outside of that. We'll see. We'll find out more tomorrow, but yeah, let's keep going.
NWSC's with good.
San Diego FC.
Probably something more simple like SDFC or something like that.
But it should be something Hispanic.
You've been saying that.
I've been saying that.
been saying
Football Club San Diego. San Diego Football Club.
Oh, I like it.
Cholos, yeah. Get the
Vato, no. Salte, vato. I'm sorry.
Cholos out here.
Maybe the seagulls, I don't know. The seagulls! They're vicious. They're vicious around here.
Very abrupt end to that video. But yeah, so that's kind of where San Diego MLS is at. All right. Oh no, we moved. Boop. But yeah, the MLS is coming. They did have another one that came out. What should our SD MLS club stand for?
There we go.
Really mostly a hype video of the people that they just interviewed. But I mean, other than that, that's what we know about San Diego MLS. We do know a couple more things that'll be coming out very soon. Esa morra le valió madre el fútbol. Like, she's just like, all right.
Yeah.
So, the one on the left just like,
Vine a pistear, déjame en paz.
come en paz, güey. But
No
yeah,
me gusta el fútbol. Oh, man. But
mi exnovio le gustaba el fútbol. Así que, fuchi.
I mean, yeah. Like, mejor no digo nada. But yeah, MLS, it's happening. Event tomorrow. So be out there, you know. That's going to be cool.
You let us know, Esteban. We're waiting for the text. When are we filming? I mean, I got.
To be fair, I had to postpone.
No dijo nada. No dijimos nada. Acuérdate. But we'll make it happen soon. We'll make a video. We'll get our ass kicked by you, Esteban. Don't worry. San Diego Sol FC is what Esteban is also saying. There's no Alan.
Oh, no, Alan.
Jeffrey Abramovitz will be there. Jeff will
Friday,
be there on
taking
Friday.
my-
So
taking my hat.
take
Yep.
the hat, please.
Of course.
But yeah, so I mean, other than that, get involved if you really want to be about it. You can go to Bridge Barcata. You can go to the event wherever you're at, South Bay, North County. It's gonna be popping here tomorrow on a Tuesday for San Diego soccer. So with that said, the other team that has been here locally is San Diego Wave. San Diego Wave FC has been twice been in Snapdragon, one for the Challenge Cup and the other one was for the NWSL League. We have essentially 2 very different games, and they went in, I don't know if expected, unexpected. Let's go and start with the Challenge Cup.
Yeah, we were out there on Wednesday.
Well, it was a Wednesday.
Wednesday at the Challenge Cup match. I mean, when it comes to media, it was only 4 of us.
There's a really
Very
strong core of
yeah.
San Diego soccer media members that are look. It's punk rock as heck. You got Francisco Velasco, who works with the EVT. You have Abraham, who works in everything. Like está para arriba, para abajo. You have the great Johnny.
Everything San Diego.
Everything San Diego. Just probably the biggest one out of all of us locally. And then you have you and me.
Yeah.
Just being there. It was very, very fun seeing how people reacted to seeing you for the first time since the Chivas lost the final. Then you went to and watched the Chivas lose in person, and you jinxed them in person. Thank you.
Yeah.
But
todos me llegaron, ¿no? Like, hey.
there's like, oh,
se
hey,
siento.
Chiva. Oh,
Perdón.
I'm sorry. Hey, ¿qué onda, Chiva? What's up, bro? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Or just people walk up. You were bumming people out. Your presence was bumming people out.
Mejor mejor no voy a la otra.
But yeah, so the San Diego Wave played against OL Reign, which is a team that they have not beaten in their entire history. They always seem to be almost like an Oakland Roots type for San Diego Loyal, but essentially this was the lineup that they threw out there. They are resting some players again because there's a lot of quick turnaround. They had a away match in Houston. They came back. They played midweek. They go and travel over to the East Coast to Gotham. So it's a lot of travel, a lot of miles. So you still have to, and the Challenge Cup is just a tournament where you can rotate players. You can put some new faces out there. So you have give some important minutes. What did you think about the
If just larger picture, if you don't follow the NWSL or San Diego Wave, what the Challenge Cup is in this league is essentially follow the Premier, like the FA Cup, Copa del Rey, Copa MX, what used to be in Mexico, like US Open Cup, all that. It's essentially what it is. What I thought of the lineup, I mean, you changed a lot. You start Giannis on goal. Essentially, she's going to become your starter once Kaylin Sheridan is out for the World Cup. So you have to give her some reps. You have Hogard on the left back position. You have Kristen McNabb, who went from like a center mid position to a left back position, and now playing center back in this game. You have Kylie Real, who has been a solidified starter ever since Dalkenberg just injured and kind of flopped for the team in a way.
Yeah, 100%.
And then Mia Yao, who prefers the right back position, as we heard in the press conference as well.
She schooled you.
Huh?
She schooled you.
No, she like...
Because you're like, oh, you played at the right back. She's like, I actually prefer the right back position.
Which
Good.
I love, yeah. Rachel Hill started. Breedy, Taylor Korniak back in the starting lineup after her injury. DeMarco, Mira Ali, and Jaden Shaw, youngsters up on top. This team got schooled.
They got absolutely destroyed. I mean, talking about what happened with the other San Diego team away. And then you still had some good players, some of the starters. And I think that's the difference. The starters for OL Reign were mixed in a little bit with the reserve players. But again, it was a very good turnout, I'll say, just on a Wednesday night for a Challenge Cup. I think it was some 10,000 people as they trickled in, maybe not from this shot here. But the action started pretty quickly. Here is a shot that hits the crossbar, and they ran out of the pitch in the first half, to be completely honest. They were absolutely dominated by Reign. There was not a lot of offense happening for San Diego Wave. There really isn't a true midfield, even with everybody healthy, with Evelyn Van Egmond out. So, I mean, it's one of those things where I wasn't expecting Wave to come over and score a lot. Here's an opportunity. So there were some looks. Rachel Hill getting a shot there, but it's going to be concerning if this is what's going to be featured for San Diego Wave when 6 internationals leave for the World Cup. Granted, other people are going to be, and then our homie
getting a yellow card.
I know she thought like
Miss Yellow Card herself, Taylor Korniak.
Just the face that just speaks 1,000 words.
Again,
like what?
Yeah, possession wise, they didn't have it either. Reign just completely dominated. They had 2 shots on target for San Diego Wave, 5 for Reign, and 3 of them were goals. So essentially, yeah. I mean, there was a lot of yellow cards. 4 for Reign, 3 for San Diego Wave. But if there's any positives coming from this, and you asked Casey Stoney that essentially, it's you get to rotate players and you get to see things. But she also was very upset at the scheduling that they're getting.
Yeah. So was this that Wednesday?
It was that Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh man, and then we went Friday.
And we didn't go Friday.
I'm confused. I'm lost. I went the Friday before.
You went the Friday before.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, so she kind of laid up a pipe bomb in a sense, Casey Stoney, which I've been actually doing some research on Casey, and she's an absolutely fascinating individual. I'm gonna try to get us in contact with. I mean, I'm in contact with Wave, but like just a legit sit down conversation with with Casey Stoney, because there's a lot of things that people would really appreciate about her that if they just knew how rad and cool she was and what she means for the sport. It's crazy. So here's Casey Stoney's. She shares her honest thoughts on the Challenge Cup performance and then goes off, as you're saying, on the scheduling.
You mentioned a couple of debuts, and other than the positives of having some players and get some minutes under them, what does a match like this help you as a building block for later in the season? And do you also put stock in OL Reign being a very tough team for this club?
Yeah, Reign have been how long in this league, built this roster for how many years, and got depth, and there are, I think, 5 internationals out there to start the game. So, we were up against a very high caliber team. We're a very high caliber team. The good thing is we've got minutes into players. We're going to head into a World Cup window soon. We need to prepare for that World Cup window. We need to get people valuable minutes. We've been able to do that tonight. People have got experience, and I think that's been important. Shea going in goal tonight was really important. Kaylin's not going to be here, so we need to make sure that she gets exposed to minutes. Playing McNabb at centre back might be something we have to look at in a World Cup window, so she's been exposed to that. Getting Mia on the field and giving her exposure when she's not played for a long time, important, because we're hopefully going to lose 6, potentially, that go to a World Cup. We've got to make sure that we bring in some NTRPs, but also these players here have got to step into certain roles. So it's an opportunity to give them playing time.
Now with 2 Challenge Cup matches in the season, do you still view it as a positive having it during the seasons compared to last season? It was more of a pre-season tournament.
It has its pros and cons. I think pre-season's great. I think having it during the season enables us to give far more playing minutes to more members of our team. I just wish we didn't. I can't understand the logic of a midweek game and across the coast travel. It's absolutely ludicrous. Like, we talk about player welfare here, non-existent. We're going to go to
She went
LA
in on them,
next
dude.
midweek, and we're going to fly to Chicago, play Wednesday, Saturday. Work that one out. So you might watch that, yeah. So for me, it has its place, and also they've put that LA and Chicago game the first week when we lose our international players. Work that one out in the national window. So the scheduling is a big issue for me. In England, when I was a head coach there, we got on calls with the league. We were asked information. We were able to say, don't put it here because it's a hotspot. Don't front load. Put in a 3-week game after an international window. Not sensible, but they do it here. But we would have had influence on that as coaches in England. They would talk to us because we're football people making football decisions that understand loading and understand players. That doesn't happen here, so it's something that needs to change. Especially, and I didn't travel 5 hours across coast and 3-hour time difference in England. I got on a coach for 4 hours. So, I'm on a bit of a rant, but I think it's something that needs to seriously change when they schedule. I think this cup is valuable. I think it has its place. I think it gives you valuable minutes across your squad, and I think it's a cup we need to keep. But where are you putting it? That's my question is
For those audio listeners, the munching is not from us, actually. It is from Casey Stoney's children. Wonderful children. A staple now from the post-match conference is having them out there. But really,
Steph Curry used to have his daughter before.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of athletes do here. But I mean, what she was saying is true, and doing that deep dive on Casey Stoney and what she has gone through in order to just give you an insight. Like, she used to work essentially at the David Beckham Academy back in the early 2000s, just working from top to bottom. She was basically a youth leader, like working with the kids, just doing scheduling, cleaning, preparing the boots, scheduling like from there, and also playing as a full-time player, leading essentially to be captain for the England national team. Like, there's a lot of there with Casey, so she knows what she's talking about. Like, she knows where this sport lacks here in the United States, and I think that's where the respect needs to come through a little bit more, is the consideration of the welfare of the people actually doing the things. I mean, Casey is coming at it not from a player standpoint at this point, but she knows what it's like, and if she's tired, right? Like I can't imagine what all her players are kind of feeling at this point. But Challenge Cup is important, so they do end up getting a 3-0 loss here. But now turning around for the league, this away match against Gotham, another team that's up top and doing pretty well in the standings for the NWSL, they get an opportunity to put some other players that got some rest back into the lineup. But it was a different story, especially what's it called, lineup wise, right? So the lineup is as follows. You have Kaylin Sheridan back in goal, right? So already there, you're already
on an advantage,
much better, in a much better place than you would be. You have Katie Rio, Naomi Girma, who won who is player of the month. Correct? Is that right? We just got the notification, actually.
Okay.
Let me read it verbatim, just so I am not caught on the back foot. Where is it?
Essentially, the back line was the same as it is in every match of the season, and with McNabb at the left back position, Naomi Girma, Kaylee Rio, and then Westphal at the right back position, and then Sierra Angie, who has pretty much been solidifying herself as a center mid position, as a starter.
Yeah,
like here it is, right?
The Emily Van Egmond replacement. But yeah, so the National Women's Soccer League announced today that San Diego Waves FC defender Naomi Girma has been named to her second straight NWSL Team of the Month for May, presented by a credit card. The Wave are coming off of a third straight road clean sheet in a strong part to Girma in the back line. The San Jose, California native appeared in every minute of play, maintaining 86% of passing accuracy, completing 118 passes in San Diego's defensive half, and recovering 37 possessions. So she does everything on a defensive effort. She starts to play from the back. So congratulations, Naomi Girma. She makes it back onto the starting lineup, just getting some rest. Obviously, you have McNabb also in there, Sierra Angie, as you were saying. Calaprico, who is a really, really good center mid, has that aggressiveness, that tenacity.
Yeah.
Taylor Korniak, a little bit higher up, center attacking mid position. Rachel Hill, another player who's pretty much cemented herself in this lineup. She's been a veteran of the NWSL. My sources tell me that she felt a little like disrespected by just the lack of awareness of
who she is.
And she had to remind some people, and she has, and she's made her way back into the starting lineup for San Diego Wave. Sofia Jakobsson, international for Sweden, number 10 there, and then Alex Morgan returning to the lineup.
It's a good lineup as well, and I mean, you have Korniak starting as well, which is always good, getting her back to her key role that you eventually have. But it wasn't the best performance for San Diego Wave. I mean, they got dominated in possession. They did have more shots on targets than Gotham, but at the end of the day, it is what matters. And again, we talked about great coaching this weekend for San Diego in football in general. Casey Stoney at halftime just subs out Korniak for Jana Shaw, and also subs in Mackenzie Doniak
at the half.
Rachel Hill at half.
Mm-hmm.
And starting the half, you have this play out.
So this play starts over from Kaylin Sheridan, doing a fantastic job. What she does with her legs, she's really underrated with those passes. Getting it over here to the wing. Boom, here you go, Sophia. Sophia turns around. Jaden Shaw looks over here and just threads the needle into Mackenzie Doniak, who then opens up the goalkeeper and finishes with her left.
Your
Fantastic
two
goal.
substitutions.
Yeah.
Jaden Shaw assists Mackenzie Doniak.
You knew it.
And it just makes Casey look like an absolute genius.
100%.
But the vision and the ball that Jaden Shaw places.
Another one.
Oh, my goodness.
The last two assists that she's had, one was the last game in the NWSL, and now this one. I want to play this from the back again.
I don't get how she's not being known more as the next generational talent for the U.S. women's national team.
Just look at that weighted pass, right?
She's 18.
Where she gets the ball, knows that there should be somewhere there. Do I know that? Because Doniak doesn't even know she has to run. Doniak is.
I mean, she can't yet. She knows she can't yet.
No. But Jaden Shaw, I know she knows she can't yet. But like, the ball's already halfway to her. Like, even then, like, oh, okay, the ball's halfway to where it's gonna be. It's like, oh, okay, she beats the defender.
It was a great goal, and that's the thing, right? Like, the vision that Jaden Shaw has at that age is amazing. I mean, a lot of eyes are on the 15-year-old Melody Barcenas, but Jaden Shaw is it for San Diego Wave.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
need
she's
to
the
do
future.
anything they can to make sure that she stays in that team for as long as they can.
For as good as Naomi Girma has been and has been giving the praise, like Jaden Shaw needs to be put in a similar level very soon here.
And then just speaking of that, right? 3 straight away wins with the clean sheet.
Yeah.
Like that's why Naomi Girma gets that praise that she gets. She's the leader in that backline as well. And props to Killian Sharon as well. She makes some amazing saves, but Naomi Girma being a leader, her second year in the NWSL. But yeah, like this game ended in a 1-0 win, and it's a huge win, especially going from playing on Wednesday, having to travel Thursday to play in New York on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
a lot.
It's a lot. It's very impressive what the San Diego Wave team has done.
Yeah.
And currently, as the NWSL standings are, Portland Thorns FC, really good team, still in first place. Second place, San Diego Wave FC. The Washington Spirit, team that San Diego Wave has lost to. Gotham, I don't think has ever beat San Diego Wave.
I don't think so.
As now Oil Reign in fifth place, who has never lost to San Diego Wave. So, honestly, again, so it's a small league. It's going to be coming back. It's 14 teams very soon. So, if you look at it right, so San Diego Wave has 19 points currently. OL Reign is just 1 game behind, game and a half behind Houston Dash. So anything can happen, like a
couple bad games,
catastrophic collapse. Like, I mean, Kansas City's in last place with 9 points. That's 3-game winning streak. Boom, you're back in it. Like, it's crazy.
Exactly.
But San Diego Wave has been doing really well. So they have, I believe in 2 weeks they'll come back to Snapdragon.
That is correct.
Home. Like that's
Saturday, June 17th.
June 17th. That is the next home game that you can see for San Diego Wave.
I believe that's when they lose other international players as well. So,
and it's against Angel City.
Yeah, Angel City, who's not doing too good.
They're not doing too good.
But again, you can't rule anyone out.
Yeah, I mean that should be a derby, whatever.
A derby.
Alan Darby. Do you know who Alan Darby is?
He didn't join us today, dude.
Alan Darby.
Oh yeah,
it's the boy.
The Darbs. I don't know who that is.
Alan Darby.
If this gets copyrighted,
it's not.
TFC.
Yup.
Is that like a different?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's Alan Darby, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his little intro. Look, it's a coffin drop. Like, he's gonna go here. Oh, coffin drop.
Okay.
All right, so San Diego Wave do play against Racing Louisville. This next upcoming Friday, that's going to be another away match at 5 p.m. So that's going to be NWSL action for Casey Stoney and her squad. ¿Qué más?
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
I mean, be out there at the Wave games as well. I mean, it's fun to go watch them. It's always good going to Snapdragon. Like, it's a good time. It's a nice stadium.
Oh man, media availability for San Diego Loyal on Thursday. I can't go.
Yo tampoco.
Can't go. Sorry, guys.
Wow. Finally, though, it's about time. Wow.
It's about time.
In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. It's a great song.
You're a great song.
You're a great song.
All right, let's see. Check out what people are saying, and it'll be it. San Diego Bolts Football Club. That is absolute sacrilege. It hurt me to read that, but hey, Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Love it.
Wow.
All right, so we will be giving away a new San Diego Loyal kit in the next episode. Check out SanDiego.Futbol. Shout out to, again, UPSL champions of the SoCal South Premier Division, San Diego Internacional. They are the boys. We will be doing a video very soon. I'm texting with Esteban Toscano. Maybe we get a penalty shootout video very soon out there. Want to thank everybody who made it possible for us to be able to go watch Mexico in San Diego, Mexico games, and letting us live the dream. We will continue to do this for another week next week. Check us out at 2 Balls and a Mic. Everything 2 Balls and a Mic. 2 BALLSANDMIC. SanDiego.Futbol. Anything else?
Thank you guys for watching.
All
appreciate every single
seasons,
one of you.
boys. Okay. Out.